Hello again, my name is Marshall Wall, and this is my presentation for the song assignment for policing. The song I chose was Janie's Got a Gun by Aerosmith. It first debuted in the album Pump, which was released in 1989. The era of policing it was taking place in was just at the start of the community policing era. The time the crime was committed was in 1989, so that would be in the community policing era. There weren't really any hints that it happened in this time except for the sole fact for when the song was created. Community policing has emerged in recent years because of a new era of law that focuses on building mutual relationships with the community and erasing the thin blue line between officers and the community. This is the era we are in now, and it is, in my opinion, one of the most important eras because the police and the community are finally starting to come together and help each other out. It's not like they weren't ever helping each other out. It's just now they feel more comfortable with it, and they feel more reliable, and they can rely more on the police, and the police can rely more on the community. The crime in Janie's Got a Gun is first-degree murder and sexual abuse of a child. The song is about a father who sexually abuses his daughter, which ultimately ends up with her killing him. In the song, the murder is obvious. It's obviously pointed out. But to understand the reason why she killed the father, you have to go look deeper into the song. The first crime committed is murder. In the Idaho statute, Title 18-4001, murder defined is the unlawful killing of a human being. It also goes on to explain that the death of a human being caused by such torture is murder irrespective of proof of specific intent to kill, and the daughter had obvious intention to kill the father. Also, according to Title 18-4003, all murder which is perpetrated by means of poison or lying in wait or torture, when torture is inflicted with the intent of cause suffering, to execute vengeance, or to extort something from the victim, or to satisfy one's sadistic inclination, or which is perpetrated by any kind of willful, deliberate, or premeditated killing, is murder of the first degree. And obviously the daughter had taken out vengeance from the father abusing her, so that would be first-degree murder. According to Idaho Code Title 18-1506, it is a felony for any person under the age of 18 years old, over the age of 18 years old, with the intent to gratify the lust, passions, or sexual desire of the actor, minor child, or the third party. In this case, the father was over 18 years old and the daughter was under the age of 18. And according to this title as well, sexual abuse of a child under the age of 16 years old, it is a felony for any person over 18 to sexually touch or sexually act out with a minor. Now, ultimately in the song, the daughter kills the father. But to find out the reason why the daughter killed the father, you kind of have to do some research on the song, which I did. And it was rather interesting because Steven Tyler talked about, who Steven Tyler being the writer of the song and the singer of Aerosmith, he had talked about how he was upset that no one was paying homage to the fact that mom and dad can also cause problems. Of course, there's a big difference from 1989 to 2014, which we're in now. But I did some background information on that because I also asked my parents how things were and how things were coming about in 1989, and they told me that it was obviously a big thing now, and it is a big thing then, but back then people were kind of turning the cheek, looking the other way with certain things like this. But nowadays, everybody focuses on this completely. Well, not completely, obviously, but this is a big deal to them, and they make sure things like this don't happen anymore. And that concludes my PowerPoint. And with Aerosmith being how big they are as regards to as a band, I only assume that playing the song in the background would strike certain copyright issues. So just to protect my grade in this whole project, I'll just leave a link to the song in the description of the video along with all the links I used to find the statues.